Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Hidden History with Frank Strickland. There's a story I want to tell you today. A story of struggle and triumph. A tale of a young man born into the kind of poverty that gnaws at the soul, a place they called the Bloody Fifth. He was one of 7 children, and his mother, bless her heart, struggled to keep them fed, to keep them clothed. And this boy, well, he was a handful. He described himself, later in life, as a bully and a thud. He dropped out of school, a mere 10th grader at the time, and found himself caught in the unforgiving current of the streets, fighting, petty crime, and shoplifting. He knew the inside of a jail cell. He even admitted to mugging people. One night, the long arm of the law was reaching for him. He was chased and cornered under a house. He buried himself in the mud, a desperate, grimy camouflage, but he escaped. But that escape, it was more than just physical. It was a moment of realization, a moment when he knew, deep in his gut, that something had to change. And change it did. At 16, he saw an ad for something called the Job Corps, a federal program, part of President Lyndon B. Johnson's grand war on poverty. He convinced his mom to sign him up, and just like that, he was gone. First to Oregon, then to California. The Job Corps. For the first time, he found structure, purpose. He earned his high school equivalency. He learned a trade, carpentry and bricklaying, and then he met a man, a boxing instructor, a man named Nick Broaddus. And Broaddus saw something raw, something powerful. He saw potential. He saw a way to channel that youthful aggression, and he encouraged the boy to box. Our young man, rescued from the gutter, as he put it, took to it like a fish to water. In 1967, his first amateur fight, a knockout. By 1968, he was the national amateur heavyweight champion. And then, the Olympics. Mexico City. He stood on the podium, a gold medal around his neck, waving a small American flag, hid patriotism, shining bright. He turned professional, and for a time he was unstoppable. 36 professional fights, 36 knockouts. In 1973, he faced the formidable Joe Frazier, and he won, the heavyweight champion of the world. Then came the first crack in the armor, a place called Zaire, the rumble in the jungle. Muhammad Ali, for the first time, he tasted defeat. For the first time, he was knocked down. It shook him to his core. He tried to regain his title, but in 1977, he lost again to Jimmy Young. And that loss, that second loss, it led to the most dramatic turn of all. In a locker room in Puerto Rico, after the fight with Jimmy Young, he experienced something profound, a spiritual awakening. A near-death experience, he described it. He felt the presence of God. He screamed, "Jesus Christ is coming alive in me!" And just like that, at the age of 28, the heavyweight champion retired. He sold his homes, he sold his ranch, he became an ordained Christian minister. He opened a church, he opened a youth center. For nearly a decade, he dedicated himself to faith, to family, to guiding young people. But then, life happened. Financial troubles, failed investments, and so, in 1987, at the age of 38, he did the unthinkable. He returned to the ring. Many scoffed. A publicity stunt, they said. But he was serious, and his comeback, it was miraculous. In 1994, at the incredible age of 45, he faced Michael Moore, and he won, the oldest heavyweight champion in history. He said he came back to boxing to regain a platform, to share his faith. And then, his second retirement. But his story was far from over. This is where the tale takes another unexpected turn, for in 1995, he lent his name and his good humor to a kitchen appliance, a lean, mean, fat grilling machine. It became a phenomenon, over 10 million sold by 1999. He became a household name, not just for his powerful punches, but for his quiet kindness, his booming laugh, and that ubiquitous grill. He is candid, he is good-humored. He is known for his kindness and his generosity. From the streets of the Fifth Ward, to Olympic gold, to heavyweight champion, to ordained minister, to the oldest heavyweight champion in history, and finally, to the surprising world of kitchen appliances. A life lived large. A life of unexpected turns. A life, truly, that reminds us that sometimes the greatest victories aren't always won in the ring. And the name of this remarkable individual, this man of God, this champion, this entrepreneur, George Foreman.